Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Perla, aka Pearls, and I'd love for you to stick around and enjoy this moment with me. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about soft girl era and what does that mean, okay? So please hit that subscribe button, make sure you like this video. Let's get into it. Okay, so I have a couple of notes here as to what does the soft girl era mean. So like if you're on TikTok a lot, you know that people are talking about femininity right now, like up and down the whole feed. What does it mean to be a feminine woman? What does it mean to be in your feminine energy? If you're on Instagram a lot, that same kind of notion is being talked about in the sense of like soft girl life, soft girl era, etc. And so I wanted to give my 2 cents. So number one on the list of what does it mean to be in your soft girl era, live that soft girl life. And I have two main points with a bunch of things underneath. Nurturing your feminine self. In order to be in your soft girl life, you need to nurture the feminine part of you. There's no way you can claim that without doing some of these things, if not all. So number one, I talked about it a little bit already, is taking pride in your appearance. It's kind of maybe controversial that I listed this one. Number one, they're in no particular order, but a feminine woman does care about how she presents herself in the world. Notice how I didn't say she cares about what other people think. She cares about how men perceive her. She cares about how other women perceive her. A feminine woman cares and takes pride in her appearance because she wants to present herself in her best way. This is a internal experience. It really doesn't have to do with anyone else. And you guys probably know it yourself. When you look good, you feel good. When you dress well, you test well. I used to do that in college. This is a fake nose ring, by the way, so if I'm like touching it, sorry. Taking pride in your appearance and you want to be in your soft girl era does not mean you need to be a girly girl. Does not mean you need to wear makeup all the time, have your lashes done, wear tight clothing or wear dresses or skirts, anything like that. Taking pride in your appearance really is just whatever it means to you. If you're comfortable in t-shirts and jeans and you take effort into buying nice quality pieces and you take time and effort into putting and styling that look, even if it is just a t-shirt and jean, there's many different ways to do that. But you're not just kind of like throwing on whatever, letting your mood dictate how you're gonna feel and you're just gonna walk outside in your pajamas. This goes beyond just your clothes. If you feel your best when you wear makeup, then do that when you go out because your feminine self is going to flourish. The more confident you are, again, doesn't matter what you're wearing or how you're wearing it. It's about how it makes you feel because anyone who is confident is going to exude that. And confidence in a woman is the most attractive thing. So take with that what you will. Number two, into how to be a soft girl. And again, in order to do that, you need to nurture your feminine self. And being kind to everyone around you. No brainer. And this is the most basic tip I can give you. Whenever you're out, someone is doing something for you, whether they're a stranger at the supermarket, gas station, or it's your dad who you have a bad relationship with, your boyfriend you're mad at, your friend, whether the relationship is good or bad, being kind to people, always saying please, thank you, yes please, whatever, no thank you. Okay, number three in terms of getting your feminine together. Number three is really important that I think is overlooked a lot on social media is spending time with children and animals. Let's just take our mind back to women way back when there was no electricity even, I think I'm gonna close the window because I live in a neighborhood with a lot of dogs. As I was saying, spending time with kids and animals really is going to foster that sense of nurturing and that softness within you. Women are biologically designed to care for others and to really just like bring life into the world. You look at my puppies. I don't know if you guys can see him in this frame, but spending time with animals and children is going to turn on those natural instincts of what it means to care for others, like going back to point number 2, being kind to other people. And being a soft girl, feminine woman is gonna be your kindness and how you treat other beings around you that are not men. Number 4, doing creative things. A girl who's in her soft life era has hobbies, and she spends time alone or aside from her significant other, aside from being out in the mix, she is spending time doing creative things and making something. Like I make soaps, for example. This can be coloring, dancing, like these are creative outlets. If you sing, if you have those talents, like spending some time throughout the week, maybe twice a week or something that you can fit in your schedule to really put that into yourself and express that femininity that you have within you and whatever outlet makes the most sense for you. I'm gonna switch over to, the second part of what does it mean to be in your soft girl era, the part that I think most of you want to know as it relates to men, because I have a lot more about like nurturing your feminine self, but I think I'm going to make that into a whole nother video because I can go in, especially because of the context of how I see people using soft girl era or whatever, soft girl life. Never doing any physical labor or providing when you are around men. Key phrase, when you are around men. Like if you're living alone like myself, you're gonna have to do things for yourself. You can also automate a lot of things. So this is part of being in your soft girl era. And this is gonna be class specific, budget, depending on how much you're making and what you can afford. If you can automate certain things, DoorDash your groceries, or I don't know, go to car washes where they do it for you versus going to a self-wash. Little things like that, like as much as you can automate and not have to do things yourself. If you don't have to, for example, if you live alone, then do that if you have the means. Otherwise, I'm really talking about when you're around a man. A man is in your house, you're at a social gathering, you're at church, you're at a concert, wherever, and like there's a man around, you should never be picking up no tools. You should never be taking out any trash. You should never be hanging up any pictures, period. Like you need to act inválida. For my English speaking people, you need to act like you are incapable. Like you are literally, your hands and feet don't work, your brain shut off, you don't know how to do it. And this is not to like bimbofy yourself, because that's also been all around, and act dumb, but like just creating that expectation that like you're here, so why would I do that, and it doesn't need to be in a rude way, but if you're nurturing your feminine self in all those different ways that I listed, again, there's another video, so go watch that if you really want to tap into that. Then a man needs to tap into his masculine side, and when he sees that there is a need that needs to be met, that's when they should be stepping up. You should not, because the minute that you take out the trash or just do any physical work or pay the bill, you're stepping into your masculine energy. You're emasculating the man by doing something that he should be doing, and you're going to get into a cycle that you might not like if that's not who you want to be. If you want to be in your soft girl era, again, building in the home, like that should be exclusively reserved to your husband, your boyfriend, your brother, your father, your cousins, like any men that you have in your life, your friends. You should be comfortable and willing to ask them for help. Like, hey, I'm moving, can you put up my TV for me? Like, don't try to be Bob the Builder and Miss Independent, do it yourself. Like, while they're building and putting up your TV, like go paint your nails or go do I don't know, go watch a movie. Like relax, and understand when you need to be in a certain role. You should not be paying for anything. If you are around a man, again, I don't want to make this specific to relationships, like romantic relationship, platonic, if they're your buddy, your boy, your friend, your brother, your cousin, your dad, whoever, your grandfather. Like, you want to create the expectation, like, the bill comes, you don't grab for your purse, you don't even look at it, you don't even pretend, like, you just continue to eat your dessert, or you continue the conversation as normal. This is a place where a man is supposed to be providing for the women in his life. This is not exclusive to just his mother and his girlfriend. Men, brothers, should be doing this for their sisters, for their cousins, whatever. We need to restore that balance. And I am going to make a separate video of, because we do have yin and yang in us, each individual, whether you're a woman or a man. So there are times to turn on your masculine and, take action or do something versus always being in your feminine. So I'll kind of describe what that means. But if there's a man around, then you're in your yin, you're in your feminine, and the man should be providing, paying, doing those tasks. Last piece of advice that I'm going to give you, if you're trying to be in your soft girl era, you want to be a soft girl, like, you want to be taken care of, you want to be pampered. Remember, the first part I talked about really includes you doing that for yourself. And then when there's a man around and there's a task that he can do that you can assign to him, you should let him do it. But the last thing I want to leave you with is understanding your boundaries and then also knowing when to say yes. A soft girl, a feminine woman, is free. Like, she knows who she is able to express and accept and receive, but also say no and put limitations up. When opportunities are presented to you, you don't shy away and say, no, are you sure? Not for me. Like, double, triple asking. Women, as women, we are genetically designed to be receivers. So just think about, like, in the act of sex, the man is typically, having sex with a woman, and we are receiving the sperm, we create the child. We are on the receiving end. So in your everyday life, try to implement, like, as simple as that, biology into the societal and psychological aspects of your life. So knowing when to say yes to the right things, yes to the things that make you happy, yes to the things that improve your life, yes to the things make you more comfortable. Just in general, try to think about where are opportunities you can say yes to versus, just putting up a wall and saying, no, it's okay, I'm fine, I don't need help. Accepting help. Like, these are things I'm still practicing myself, but I am aware of, so I'm able to try to implement them. For example, I was bringing up this really heavy, I think I was unloading my trunk in my, like, parking lot, and some guy asked me, like, oh, do you need help? Like, because I was low-key struggling. But it was nighttime, so I was a little bit sketched out and like, no, I'm okay. Like, but when he walked away, I was like, damn, like, I actually do need help. And in that moment, I instantly realized, like, Perla, like, this is a moment where you should have accepted and received the help that, he was offering. And then, in your soft girl era, you're also very firm and you have boundaries. You know what is good for you and what is not. And we want to definitely make space for a gray area because we're humans and we're learning and evolving. So try to be kind to yourself, if you make mistakes or you do something that you shouldn't have. But we're talking about right now, when you hang out with a certain group of people, you're like depressed for the next 3 days, or you get super lazy. But when I hang out with this group, I feel super energized and inspired. So I'm gonna say yes when they ask me. This other group, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna create a boundary and, hang out with them maybe like once a month, or maybe it's time to reevaluate and cut off this relationship. You have boundaries with anyone in your life, whether it's at work, your family, relationships, friends, you are only positioning yourself in places that will improve your life, that will take you to the next level that you want to be at with the least minimal effort and force. That's really the bottom line about being in your soft girl era is you are letting life happen to you because you're an active player in life. You're letting things come and go, but you're accepting what's good for you. You're letting go what's not. And so it's soft, it's easy. Like you're just like, this person just offered to pay my gas tank that was $100. I said yes, of course. Like that is so easy. My boss asked me if I could work on this extra assignment, and I just don't have the bandwidth for it right now. So I said no, I can't. Like we can revisit maybe in a month. And eventually you'll get to the point like that is still soft. It's still easy. Like you understand what's good and what's not. And so I think soft is just a play on easy. And in order to achieve that, you need to tune into your feminine energy, which I'll talk about in another video. It does have to do with the phases of being in your yin and your yang. So if you love this video, if it helped you in any way, if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel and stick around. These are moments with Pearls, and I'm so happy to share what I can with you guys and make this a good community. All right, I love you. Bye.